1 inch.
Hey guys, it's me, Noah. Back doing what Team 1 Inch loves to do, but this time I'm going to be doing a YCS Philly recap.
Making sure videos.
I want to talk about what decks you saw at YCS Philly, the controversy between Chris LeBlanc. I'm going to save that for the end because that's a different story. And what's going on in the YCS community, the Yu-Gi-Oh community, and why people prefer ARG circuits. So we all know Chris LeBlanc won. He was playing Madolche's. I feel like Madolche's is an okay deck. It's not like a deck where you can just pick up and you're like, oh, I can win. Because I feel like the go-to response in that deck is Angeli, Hoot Cake. Oh, I can't make a play? Fuck, I lose. A lot of the time, people will say, oh, I'm playing Madolche's, like, I have to win. No, it's mostly about what your skill level is. Madolche is in a deck where a scrub can just pick it up and say, oh, look, I'm about to win YCS Toronto. Also, you saw a lot of artifacts. You saw Trap Tricks. Trap Tricks Nightmare Hole went up ridiculously. Went up to $30, is now lowering in price.
Don't worry, guys. It's 15 to 10 now.
It was actually kind of weird to see. No, I thought I'd see Trap Tricks, but I didn't think I'd see the builds that I saw. So overall, we had really creative matchups. The Swiss was ridiculous. Who thought Insectors would win all of their Swiss games? I'll flat out say it. I never thought Insectors would get past game 2. A lot of players who go to YCSs and they show up with like the scrub deck and they lose 2 games and you're just like, oh, maybe my friends are right. Maybe I shouldn't have played this. Boojins didn't do as well as I thought they'd do. They did overall well. But a lot of people were right. The Boojin hype is slowly starting to go down.
Yeah. Boojin's no good. What?
Well, we know it's like playing SAO. Yamato's Kirito, solo player. Mikazuchi's his Asuna. It's ridiculous. You artifact players, you were smart for picking up the deck. You had essentially 4 days to pick it up. You showed up to the event with it, and you proved why that deck can be a deck. It was insane to see them. The hands, everybody was essentially teching in hands. It was something else. Also, for a lot of people that don't know, Worms were there. Worms were at the event. Worms weren't a popular deck, but the player who was playing Worms did have a mirror match. I went and found out. Your water matchup, some people say they never ran into water, but water was very live at the event. I want to make a quick couple of shout-outs. I want to thank everybody who went to YCS Philly and reminded people that Team 1 Inch is a team. So thank you, Vincent. Thank you, Sean. Thank you to a lot of players on the Duelists of the Round Table. But what I wanted to talk about as well is why cards shot up and why people's binders are in fault with YCS Philly. So with the hands, of course the hands were going to go up in price. They're good. People don't remember, though, that with Chain Link 2 they miss. Also, you can make Black Ship. You can make Black Ship and you can send them to grave. Not only do you burn them for 1,000, but they won't get their effects. So it's really, really good. I didn't know until maybe earlier today that there's a lot of controversy with Chris LeBlanc, and apparently he cheated his game. And yeah, technically he did cheat.
Explain.
So with Chris LeBlanc, what had happened is he had gotten his... Jonathan, was it his Chateau search? Or was it his ticket search?
It doesn't matter, he used Angeli multiple times per turn.
He used Angeli multiple times per turn, and Angeli has the effect where you can only activate it once per turn.
So he used it multiple times in one turn?
He used it multiple times in one turn, especially with his first turn setup, which was actually really good, which is probably why he won his game 1. He did get the feature match, so you guys can go and take a look at that. But there was one thing that I wanted to say about that. Yeah, it's technically his fault for not reading the card. But guys, we have to remember, we have judges at the event. There was another player who watched him make all of those plays and had not made a single comment. So we can't just blame Chris LeBlanc for misplaying because misplaying happens to all of us. It should have been the player's job. It should have been Chris LeBlanc's job to read the card. It should have been the other player's responsibility to look at the card and say, "Oh, you can't do this once per turn," therefore causing either a game loss or he would have had to rethink his plays. Or what he should have done if he wasn't sure it worked like that, what he should have done is he should have called a judge. We have judges at these events for reasons. They're there to be your best friend. They're there to make sure you essentially don't get cheated. So I don't feel like the controversy is really fair. Also, with the binder flex, some players saw this coming. You should have seen it. Firehand, a lot of people knew Fire and Ice Hand were going to come up. They were really good cards. They overall were one of the founding reasons to why people at the event did so well. It was insane to see such creative ideas. It was insane to see such creative ideas. I'm sorry, there's a gunfight going on in town again.
Pew, pew, pew.
So overall, it was really crazy to see people picking up Artifacts and playing it. Artifacts were a very, very, very popular deck. And because of the event YCS Philly, all the trap trick stuff went up in price. It was almost insane.
We can see all that.
Yeah. No, I was just asking my teammate Jonathan if he wanted to say anything. I know I'm done. But I did want to say, YCS Philly should be a founding reason for you to go out and come up with new deck ideas. Be the next guy to come up with the next meta.
Yeah, we don't want people copying other people's deck. We want creative decks.
Technically, deck profiles are for you to get a base of what deck is being played and understanding how to play against it. But overall, I mean, it's YCS Philly proved that you can take a deck that nobody thought would do well to an event, and it can do amazing. So, guys, don't forget to be creative. Like, comment, and subscribe our videos.
Pumpkaboo Princesses.
For our news, we've got retro deck profiles coming up. I'm gonna start doing discussions more frequently. Is there anything else that anybody wants to say?
Like, comment, subscribe.
Pumpkaboo Princesses all the way.
So sorry about the misunderstanding with a lot of stuff. There's gonna be a bunch of video content coming your way on Sunday.
Maybe more box openings or pack openings.
So guys, you know the deal. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Please tell your friends. And this is Team 1 Inch signing out.